Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Fumble Live. I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend and you're well rested. We have a lot to get into. We're going to be talking about this Patrick Beverley trade, which I already see you guys talking about in the chat. Preseason football is underway. We're going to talk about the comparison between Justin Fields and Mac Jones. For those of you guys who listen to my podcast at the half on Friday, I promised you that if you tuned in today, we were going to have a very familiar face for you on the Fumble Live. So as promised, here we go. Here's the Fumble Squad Live. It's CJ2K in the building. Brr, 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 brr.
We need to get you a sound effect. We need it. You keep doing brr, 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 brr. You change the sound effect. What's up, y'all?
All right, everybody. I'm Jackie Ray. You can follow me on all things social media at JRay the Fanatic.
Hey, it's your boy Chris. You can find me everywhere at CK2K. I'm going to say it now. I told you at the beginning, Jackie, and I'm going to tell the chat, leave me alone. My voice is coming back. So if my voice does squeak, it's not puberty, all right? I'm 30. I'm past it already, okay? Give me a chance.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the squeakiness. But how was summer, though? How was it? I saw you all on the social media.
Yeah, it was dope. No, it was a good time. Had a lot of fun. Stayed safe. I was at the game and then I was out. I didn't do no gambling, no nothing crazy because Vegas people in Vegas, y'all crazy, man. Y'all don't care about nothing over there. You know what I'm talking about? But it was dope. Again, to see the Knicks was fun. I took part in the Jello show, which was pandemonium. The Charlotte Hornets, but a lot of fun. I got to see Jalen versus Cade. A lot of fun. It was good. It was a good week.
Nice. Glad you made it back safe and sound. I saw you didn't get that fries flyer until the last day, and I know you love some fries, but glad you made it back.
Oh, my God. Why you bring that? Oh, that made me so mad, bro. Shout out to Mr. Fries. I hate you guys, though.
Oh, that is hilarious. All right. Well, we've got a lot to talk about. I can't wait to get Chris's opinions on all this good stuff. So let's get into this first one that you guys are already talking about in the chat, because I think this one is going to leave a funny mark. Patrick Beverley has been traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, and as expected, y'all got jokes. And I'm here for it. Y'all know I'm always here for the jokes, but I was not expecting this trade in the middle of August. You know, these trades that happen, they usually happen earlier. This one kind of threw me off a little bit, but Woj said it, so you know it's real. So the Clippers have traded Patrick Beverley, Rondo, and Daniel Aturu to the Memphis Grizzlies for Eric Bledsoe. That's a lot for me. I mean, welcome back, Eric. But these three players for one guy who just averaged 12 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds last season, I don't know. I think that's a lot. But, Chris, what do you think of this trade? Do you think that this is a lot for just one guy, or do you think that this is actually a good trade?
I think I'm okay with it. I mean, it's a lot of nothing for a lot of nothing, in my opinion. If you add up Rajon Rondo and Patrick Beverley's average, I think they're a little bit over what Eric Bledsoe did by himself. And Atoro, he didn't really play too much. I like Daniel Atoro. I think he's going to be fun, but he's a 3 years down the line kind of guy that's gonna get some minutes. I'm okay with it. I just don't get it. I mean, the Clippers, they lost some defense, they lost playmaking to get a guy that, you're seeing that everywhere he leaves, the team does better once he leaves. I don't mean to bring shade, but it just is what it is. But I mean, they get the reunion. Eric Bledsoe comes back home, but we'll see how him and Paul George mesh together. I don't like it. I don't see it. But as far as the trade, I think it's a fair trade for the Grizzlies and the Clippers.
What do you think the Grizzlies would do? Do you think that they might trade? They've said that they are excited and very much want to keep all three guys. But do you think they'll end up doing another trade, just kind of get them and then send them back out?
Nah, I like those guys for the Grizz, man. I think Rondo's gonna be great for Ja. Ja, just get that leadership part of his game put together. I mean, not so much. I mean, he's doing such a good job in his first few years, but now it's about getting to the playoffs and staying in the playoffs. I think Rondo will be a good guy for that. And Patrick Beverley, I know we all hate him, but he fits the grit and grind of the Grizzlies. You know what I mean? He's gonna bring that energy, bring the defense back, because the Grizzlies are a lot younger, so I think they'll fit well. And Daniel Toro, I don't know if they want to keep him because, like I said, he's a project. I think he's going to be good, but that's down the line. I don't know what they do with him, but for the most part, I expect them to keep their guys.
Yeah, they said they want to, and I agree with you. I think that the Ja and Patrick Beverley thing will be great. I don't know. I don't want to say great because it's still Patrick Beverley. So
right. But
yeah. I think it would definitely work. But like I said, people were throwing shade. It wasn't just you, Chris, pretending not to throw shade, because we all heard your shade. we heard it, but there was still shade to be thrown, and I'm here for it because Sports Illustrated kicked it off. The shade said, "Never forget, you had the last 5 years, the next 5 years are mine." That's what Patrick Beverley said.
Yeah.
Why you bringing up old stuff, Sports Illustrated? But it is what it is, and
they're not the only ones. Everyone trying to throw some shade at Beverley, man. It's crazy. Not saying you don't deserve it though, so continue.
I mean,
right.
This one, I was like, okay, says laughing. Patrick Beverley getting traded to the Grizzlies. No more playing time for Pat Bev, and he's clapping about that. Ooh, the shade. And then this next one says, why does this kid think he good? And then all of SpongeBob or whatever, SpongeBob SquarePants and them is looking like, yeah, bro, why you think?
Who is he talking about? Patrick Beverley?
I think he's either talking about Patrick Beverley or the Grizzlies. Either way.
No.
Why would you get him face?
Right. Facts for real. Right.
I'm not mad at it. It's one of those things where now, especially when we're talking about the battle for LA, I know you don't have a dog in that race, but it's going to be nice not to hear that just annoying sound that is Patrick Beverley.
You're right. I don't have a dog in the race, and I'm not pulling for one team or the other. But let's be real. I mean, outside of the first year LeBron was there, did Patrick Beverley even make a difference of playing against the two? I just don't feel like. I think the Patrick Beverley hype, his whole like rah rah, ha ha, bark bark, whatever. I think that died in Houston. I mean, he had a few good years with the Clippers where it meant something, but I don't know. He got to start playing on the court again.
Yeah, it's just he talked so much stuff and he put all that bad karma out there for the Clippers. So, it's that time for him to move on. So let's move on as well. Let's go on to this next one because when we get into the post up, I'm going to explain to you why I've been losing my infatuation for the NFL for a long time. This one, I just think all this hoopla is it's just too soon. And people feel some type of way about this comparison between Justin Fields and Mac Jones. Especially when you're comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. Everybody has a feeling about this. So let's get into this first tweet. It says, Mac Jones throws for a dime 40 yards down the field. That should have been a touchdown. Bounces off his wide receiver's hands and then crickets. Justin Fields throws a touchdown to a wide open wide receiver with no one within 20 yards of him. Next, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I'm not going to put Patrick Mahomes on either one of these guys, but I get what people are feeling with this moment, I guess, because you're invested in it. Let's go to this next tweet. That once again feels some type of way. Says Mac Jones is better than Justin Fields, but that was always a fact. Next up, sunshine in about 5 hours. Okay. Let me get to one more, and then Chris, I want to have a conversation about this one because this one says they said Mac Jones was the best rookie quarterback because he threw for 75 yards. Justin Fields came in and threw for a touchdown and rushed for one the next day. My thing is I get, you're invested. This is your quarterback. This is your team. You want to do the thing or whatever, but it's preseason. Is this a little too soon? First of all, the Patrick Mahomes comparison to either one, does that make sense to you?
I was going to circle back to that because I hate it. And here's the thing. I am a huge Justin Fields fan. And to the fact that forget Patrick Mahomes, the fact that these two names are being put together, I hate it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with my dude in I think the first tweet where he was talking about how because poor Justin Fields out there throwing dimes, and you still have to remember he's still on the Bears, and these guys out there are not catching those balls. They get dropped, and that's all you're hearing about is Justin Fields. He misses that throw. It's all out like, I don't mean to bring our Saints into this, excuse me. It's like Jameis Winston. When Jameis Winston throws an interception, but it's because the receiver wasn't able to catch the ball, it goes on Jameis Winston. It's the same kind of situation, but Mac Jones is over there. He's playing mediocre, and they're firing him up like he's going to be Tom Brady. I guess Patrick Mahomes. I'm not a fan of this, but to your point, like you're saying, yeah, you're right. We're getting overexcited for preseason for two guys that are probably not even going to be starting this year. I mean, we got Cam probably starting. I mean, Justin Fields has a better chance of starting with Brett at least at some point this year. But the comparisons this soon, this is just the era we're in with football. And I'm like you, where it's like, I mean, it's different for us because now we're getting a new quarterback, but it was so nice to know that we had our quarterback and we don't have to play that game where it's the next this, the next that, because I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Let them be the first who they are. I love Justin Fields, and I'm hoping that he can make his mark and help Chicago, a team that's been struggling for all these years, and he can make his mark and be that guy so his name could be praised in Chicago. Mac Jones can do whatever the hell Mac Jones does. I've never been crazy about Mac Jones. I don't care if he's white, black, or all the above. He just was mediocre to me. So to me, the comparisons are whack. And like you were saying, comparing them to Patrick Mahomes too, that slow it down. And it's not even just them, it's Trey Lance too. Like everybody gotta be the next Patrick Mahomes. Like, why? Let them be. Let them grow at their own pace, because the minute they don't do it, then all these same media sites gonna kill them. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that. I
100% agree. And my thing is this: it's preseason. There's a lot of guys, not just the quarterback. Everybody's out here practicing, basically. This is televised practice. I just think it is too soon for this comparison. In our situation with the Saints, I mean, the pressure's not even there like that. You know, for Trey Lance, like you talked about, that's a different situation. There's a level of pressure, which I hate when rookies have to be under that pressure. Let them have time to develop and become who they are as a quarterback. I think you do a disservice. I think Trey can handle it. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying if it was me, I would rather. Exactly. That's not your job. Your job is to come in and be a rookie and learn the system and become better. Your job is not to be the savior of the franchise. I probably feel some type of way about that because I know that was the weight that was placed on LeBron. You know, everything circle back to me. But that probably is why that bothers me so much. But I just don't like it. And again, these two people, like you said, Belichick has already said Cam Newton is going to play. So do we really even need to make this comparison right now? Have you watched preseason? Any preseason? I'm sure you watched the Saints game. Have you watched?
Yeah, that's the only game I watched was the Saints game. Even then, I didn't watch the entire thing. I just want to see Taysom and James Winston. That was really all I cared about. But other than that, just highlights. I've been interested in the rookies. I missed the Justin Fields game. If I could have, I would have watched it. But other than that, I just been watching highlights. It's preseason. Right.
So before, preseason used to be my thing because that's how I figured out my fantasy football. You know, just kind of seeing guys. Not all that. I feel like and I just want to see if this is you too. I feel like I've lost some of my infatuation with the NFL. A lot. Let me say a lot of my infatuation with the NFL. And I think it's a lot of things that they're doing. One of the things we're going to talk about later is these rules that they're imposing on people. I don't know. There's something about the NFL that every season it's just something stupid and asinine, and I'm just not with it.
Yeah, I'm feeling what you're talking about to an extent. I would say I'm still with it, but yeah, I was like you. I'm the same way. I used to watch the preseason because, like you said, for fantasy, because you just want to find those gems that, you know, they might be third string, but they might make their way up. So you're like, if I draft them in the last round, it might be nice. But now it's that I only pay attention to the last week of preseason for that same reason, rather than the entire preseason, because unless it's the Saints. I just want to know, this is my time, because off season, I'll be real, I don't really pay too much attention to, because I trust our front office. So then preseason, I watch and see the rookies that we got and who we got. But other teams, I rarely watch them unless there's a player I'm really excited about. But yeah, I hear you on that. It's not the same for me unless like one of my homies has a dog in the race, so I'll watch the game with them, and of course my Saints. But I don't have as much of a problem now as I did in the past. If I miss a Sunday night game, I miss the Sunday night game. But I'll see the highlights the next day. So I get what you're saying. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, Kevin Pryor in the chat says Cam can't have a slow start or the Pats will make that change. They probably will, but I think Belichick is on a different trajectory. I think he understands that he wants to develop this young quarterback, and I don't think he's one of those people who minds that development phase. I think he'd be absolutely okay with it. So that's all I got for this need to know news. We're going to spend some time on this post up, though. Can you just say post up? Can you just say it? Because I missed what you said.
Okay, all right. It's time for post up with your boy Chris. I think I did it right. My voice is not here. I'm sorry, but what's going on, everybody? I'm excited. I'm excited to get posted back on, and of course, I feel like, you know, I know I got the list from the producer, but I feel like Jackie put this list together because, of course, what's the first one I got? LeBron James. Okay, we got a picture of LeBron, excuse me, posted the picture. And let me not be a hater. I'm excited about this. I know everybody's cracking jokes about the Lakers. You guys know I even give my 2 punches on the Lakers. I'm excited for this combination of old man Avengers going on. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to go one way or another, but I think it's going to be good. But LeBron posted a picture of himself and Russell Westbrook. And he added the caption saying, "Work with the Brody." I agree. I don't think this will work, Russell Westbrook. what is it? PHU different, by the way. I don't know who PH is, so you're gonna have to help me with that one, Jackie. Who's PH?
Phil Handy, what?
Phil Handy. Oh, I met him. I didn't know that was my fault. Phil Handy, shout out. Yeah, he's the go. I'm sorry. Yeah, one of the greatest coaches in Lakers history, great assistant. He should be a head coach. I didn't know that was PH. I had no idea. I love Phil Handy. I'm so sorry.
My heart hurts a little bit.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. My fault. But yeah, they're looking like they're ready to go and take on the haters. I also want to point out some of these the responses, because of course Russ responded by saying, "You already know we on Brody," and then my favorite one was Isaiah Thomas dropping the finish line, the flag. You know what I'm talking about, because there's rumors Isaiah Thomas might be joining the Lakers, and I'm all about that. Yeah, so I just want to ask you, like, how you feeling about this Lakers team? Because this is my first time getting to talk to you about the new old man Avengers going on with the Lakers. How you feeling with LeBron and the boys?
I mean, I feel okay. So you don't know, so I'll just fill you in. I was super nervous about this Russell Westbrook thing, because I said that he speeds up the game so much. So my thing was, LeBron is going to be 37 on December 30th. AD is Mr. Glass. I just didn't know if, speeding it up this much was what we should do. I didn't know if that was going to be a good look, but let me show you guys. First of all, Chris, thank you so much. I love the way you threw to that. Just warms my heart. But this is the asset, the tweet, the Instagram post that Chris was talking about. It says, "Work with Brody. I agree. Don't think this will work." Cap. That's the part that Chris left out. There's a whole cap in there, which means he thinks y'all's lying. First of all, this photographer, shouts out to you, because these pictures is everything. Y'all know they everything to me. Let me show you. I think look at this picture. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this picture is Russ's new hair color. That's the
I liked it. You don't like it? I'm cool with it. I think it's cool. It's subtle. It's subtle. I think it's cool, because you know how everybody always going, they go full blonde or they going full Cisco, going silver. I like the subtle light brown. I think it's cool. It's different. I think Brody rocks it well.
Okay, well, I mean, if you like it, I'm a rock with it because he's a Laker now. So but you know what? I never supported Kyle Kuzma and his ridiculousness.
I was just gonna say, would you prefer Brody's subtle brown or Kyle Kuzma's full blonde situation? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's just different. It don't smack you in the face the same way as Kyle Kuzma's did.
Yeah, definitely the subtle brown, because definitely call it top ramen blonde. When somebody refers to the blonde as top ramen, that ain't the look. So I'm with you on this one. This is a cool look. I think I have one more picture. Maybe not. I don't remember. But I could talk about LeBron all day. So what we probably should do is just go on to this next one, because started with LeBron, gonna stay with LeBron, because that's just where I like to be. This is amazing, because this kid had to have amazing timing. I don't know if I would have got this selfie so perfect. I think like part of my face would have been like cut off or something, but King James was at the Summer League and this kid was ready. It looks like there's no way he got it in real time, but he did. I love to hear the kid talk about it at the end, so you guys take a look at this amazing selfie moment.
Back to the MGM Resort Summer League as the Pistons lead the Lakers 71-58. There's been a lot of stars here. We've spoken to a lot of stars, including Cade Cunningham. But the selfie star of the night is this young man here, Josh Boyman, 11-year-old Josh Boyman. Now, he was able to get LeBron on his way out to take a selfie. Now, what did you do to get LeBron to take the selfie with you?
I just screamed his name. I kind of have experience with LeBron. Sorry. I've been turned down for an autograph and a selfie like 3 times already, and I just wanted to get it over with, and luckily it happened.
Now, when you finally got the selfie and he threw up his hands and he got in the picture with you, what did you feel like? We saw you jumping around.
I don't really know. I was just screaming. I was so happy for it to finally have happened.
Yeah. And how long will this happiness continue for you?
Probably the rest of my life. I mean, at least a year.
All right. I love.
How you go from the rest of my life to, a year?
I am so happy for this kid. First of all, that shot is perfection. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he wasn't too nervous, wasn't shaking. Like, that shot was so good. But what kills me, is the first question. Like, so what did you do to get him to take the picture? Like, what? It just happened. Like, he got lucky with the situation. I don't know. I just found that so funny. This poor little kid, he handled that perfectly. That kid's going to be a photographer, and he can do some interviews too in the future, because he did that great. He did a good job.
I mean, I would have dropped my phone. Like I said, you would have seen like
saying.
one eye. Like it would have been so bad.
Right.
Like Jack,
right.
One shot. And I'd have been devastated. Shouts out to this kid. I absolutely love this moment. He was so excited. And like he said, it's going to last him the rest of his life or at least a year, you know, in kid years. I don't know how that works, but
I want to point out Kevin Pryor real quick. He said these kids are surgical with technology. I guess that's what it is. That's gotta what it is.
They came out knowing how to swipe and not swipe the wrong way. I've done that on one of those apps. I don't want to put my business out there, but where you swipe the wrong way and then you instantly match with the person. You're like, oh no, that's not what I meant to do.
You're like, oh no. Oh my God.
Just put my whole business out there. But let's go on to this because I'm sure this next guy, first of all, I love this. I love how he tried it. And you know he's kidding because he's got this whole smile on his face. I'm sure he meant he's going to lock him up in his cellar with handcuffs. But the best part of this is the shade that comes from the fans afterwards. But I want you to see this guy says he's going to lock up Kyrie. Take a look.
Hey, yo, Kai. Yo, I'll really lock you up. I'll lock you up. I'll lock you up. I'll lock you up. Here, I'll lock you up.
I believe in my heart that he seriously meant his basement. Like, I will lock you up in my basement. And then the best part of this though was the clap back from the fans though. I just gotta show you this one real quick. Kyrie said, in what universe? And this person said in this universe, and I don't know if y'all can see, but the earth is flat in that said universe.
Oh my God.
This next person is just like me. And it's like, no, what we not going to do is clown our boy Kyrie. And he says, that's not a universe. That is a solar system.
That's why there's so many levels to that tweet. There was so many levels. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, that's not a whole universe. And then I saw the flat earth. I'm like, oh, that's gold. But no, you know what, Jackie? I disagree. I think this dude was dead serious. He's wrong, but I think he really thought in his heart of hearts that he feels like he can. Let me tell you something, man. These people are just stupid. So I really believe. You remember? I don't know if you remember the show Joe versus was it Pro versus Joe or whatever that show was, where fans genuinely thought that they could compete against professional athletes. I really think that this dude thinks that he could do it. I'm not gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna let him have his. I think he's an idiot. I think he really thinks that he meant what he said by saying he could lock up Kyrie Irving. I don't know. I don't agree. I'm not gonna give him a pass. I think he was dead serious.
I mean, that's just sad and delusional. But 100%, since I haven't seen you in a while, and I know you super anti-Nets, can I get what do you feel about the Nets season? Last season and going into this season, what do you think?
I think we should go to the next post.
Ooh, the shade continues.
Talking about the
Nets. You just don't even use the word like it's a bad word to you.
No.
All right. Let's go on to this next one because, you know, this is my rookie of the year and will always be because he was so robbed. And I love this because I feel like robbed. Y'all put Chris. Let me see your face when I say this to you because I just need you to see. He was robbed. That's all I need. We can go back to the post now. Let me. Robbed, I tell you. Okay, so I think this is a great look for Timberwolves fans because, you know, he has that ankle injury. So he's out here. He's like, let me take it easy, work it on my outside shot. Look at him. He's just getting bucket after bucket. Look, womp, 7 all the way out from half court. Maybe like what, 3-4 feet in from half court because he is taking that step. So I'm giving like 3-4, but I don't care. That's still a Steph Curry. I love this. Fantastic move from Anthony Edwards. I love it. So, okay, Chris, can you at least give my boy props for that?
An NBA player made a shot from far where in 2021, that seems like the regular for a guard. No, I'm not going to give him no props. And it's not shade. I like Anthony Edwards, but then you just made it shade because you trying to take it away from LaMelo Ball, who deserved his rookie of the year. So now I have to give him shade. It's just you made 5 shots. Cool. All right. Let's see if you make those shots so the Timberwolves can play better. All right. Next one. Next question.
Okay. Still robbed. Still need to put out, you know.
Oh my. We're not having this conversation. It's a new season, Jackie Ray.
All right. So now look, I can't wait to see what you feel about this one because I know you've been seeing all this. Here's the thing about me with PJ. We've talked about this so many times with PJ and him not reading the room, not watching game tape on Brittany. And now here he is with this child, and we supposed to feel some type of way about his agony. And it's clear agony. But sir, so let's just go into it because if what he's saying is true, then Brittany is next level trash. Because his first one, and I mean, it just went on and on. But his first one says, "If you knew the half," and then here go this next one. "I miss my son," and then here goes the next. Y'all, when I tell you this goes on and on, he says, "Can't wait to squeeze you again." First of all, that baby is an absolute doll. I love this baby. Go on to this next one. And then he responds to his own tweet. So he posted on his Twitter, "Just want to see my son." And then he responds to that, says, "Don't understand why I can't see my son." And then let's go on to this next one. And he goes, "Daddy misses you." It looks like his little clone, right? "Oh my goodness, how adorable." It says this one, "They won't take you from me." Yeah. It's just a doll. I love this baby though. But I mean, your mama, I could do without your mama. But this baby though is everything. And obviously he's posting, like he has, you know, when you post on stories, you can save your stories into like a little thing on your Instagram. He's got a whole little thing devoted strictly to his son.
Yeah.
He loves his kid. And then he put up a bunch of music and stuff. Okay, I get it. Two things though. Number one, it's your own fault. You knew who she was.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Right.
And number two, this makes me feel like he doesn't have a DNA test. Because if you have a DNA test and you have been proven to be the biological father, you have legal rights. You don't have to beg on social media to see your kid. So, Chris, what do you think is going on here?
You took the words right out of my mouth right there. I like it's just sad looking at it because you do feel for PJ, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you knew what you accidentally, well, not accidentally, I don't know if he accidentally, but he moonwalked into the situation where it wasn't going to go well. I don't mean to be negative, especially when it comes to bringing in kids in the situation, but this is dangerous. This is a meme for a reason. We're talking about this for a reason because we've known that Brittany was out there trying to get one of these athletes' kids, and unfortunately, you were the one that took the bait. And I feel bad for him in the sense because of the kid. Like you could tell that he wants to be a father, and that's huge. You know, that's a big deal, especially how young he is. Like, so that for that reason, I feel bad, but at the same time, it's just like I don't, like you said, he knew what he got himself into, so it's gonna be rough, man.
Yeah,
I feel for the kid.
Like I said, I feel for his kid too, because one day he's gonna have to grow up and look back at all these tweets and be like, "Damn, mom, you was like trash. Like, he was a hoe for sure, but we all knew he was a hoe. But you don't have to be trash and not let this man see his kid. That's just next level. Because she already won. Once you got pregnant, you already won. Let me take that back. Once you gave birth, you already won. You're always going to be tapped into his money for at least 18 years. Why keep him from him though? You got what you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. I don't get the end goal on that at all, especially since he wants to be involved. Like, I don't want to turn this into maybe he's just doing it for, you know, the attention to make us think that he wants to be involved. I don't want to go that messy. I don't know. It could be that messy, but I don't understand the end goal on her trying to keep him out. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I don't understand it either. So I'm gonna say this again. It is sad because that baby is an absolute doll, such a beautiful baby, and that DNA test, I feel in my heart that you haven't gotten that DNA test. I'm gonna need you to do that today. All right, so let's go back to the NFL because we must. And this because it's that time of season, and this hurts my heart because first of all, I have been dying to get into SoFi because I have a friend, Nick Hamilton. He's been on the show. He got to go there when nobody else was allowed in and just tour it by himself. And he's sending me all these pictures. I'm like, this looks amazing. It looks so amazing. And y'all go into SoFi and act a complete fool. I'm mad. I'm so mad at this. First of all, there's this one gentleman who's in the Aaron Donald jersey, and he decides he wants to take on basically the whole Chargers fan base by himself. Never a good look. So y'all take a look at this fight and just think of this lady right here in this moo. She's the one. She's the one who started the whole thing. Little Miss Malice in the Palace. I hope I put the right asset.
Look at her. Look at her. Look, is she using the dude as cover? She is so messy, bro.
I'm glad.
There she go. Man.
That's not the whole fight. I put the wrong asset in, so that's not the whole fight. But can we play that last asset again? Because I want y'all to go from seeing her throw the projectile that started the whole fight, just like they threw that projectile onto Ron Artest that started Malice in the Palace. She throws this projectile. Now listen to her scream. Watch, listen. She's just screaming right now. She's like, oh God, not me. Oh my God, help. Oh. And then she gets away, and then she's like, okay, haha, I started the whole thing.
Yep. And she checking, she got blood on her little moo.
Look at her little moo. She's like, how dare you mess with my moo while I'm at sofa. Look at this girl.
Man, that was a full soda too, man. That full $15 Pepsi, man. What the hell? Yeah, there's so many problems I have with that video, man. And the thing is, like she throws the soda, and I don't know if you noticed that she trying to keep cover. She's like, oh yeah, it wasn't me. But then in the second clip, then she did get closer. It's a whole thing. That is crazy. First, I have so many problems with this. Like, what did we say earlier, Jackie Ray? Like, what game are they watching? Is this a regular season rivalry game that we're here partaking?
Pre-season. So is this a prelude to what we can? First of all, it's SoFi. Every time I fly in from Denver, you know the lights are on top of it, so you always know it because it goes so far. It's so pretty. And this is what y'all do. I could have been inside there enjoying my time. Yep. Could have been me.
Yep. And just like you. Yeah, just like you, I got a homie too that's a Chargers fan. He has like a YouTube channel, whatever. And same thing. He was there for that tour, the exclusive tour where like a select like 20 people were able to go inside and see it. And the same thing, he shows me his video and everything. I'm not no Chargers or Rams fan, but I want to see this thing. Like I've been in Inglewood. I've grown up over in Inglewood. I want to see this new stadium that's supposed to be helping out the city. And this is what y'all doing with the damn tickets on a game that don't matter. And there's no real. I mean, we all know there's no Rams and Chargers rivalry. Like, don't talk about it. Battle of LA. There ain't no Battle of LA in football because y'all not even the same division. I don't know. To me, this whole thing is insane. And yeah, a homegirl that started the whole entire thing, wasting the whole $15 damn Pepsi to not even be a part of it. I had a problem with this entire thing. Like, these people crazy, bro.
Yeah, I Am Ghost said, did you notice how many Rams jerseys was beaten on Aaron Donald jersey, dude?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just the stupidity. The stupidity. Same fan base. And the Chargers ran in the back like, you see these idiots? Like, couldn't be us. Like what? I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I'm disappointed because, see, if they mess around and say, okay, now we're good. Because, we keep going on the rise here in LA because people don't know how to act. If they say we can't get in this damn stadium because I already got my tickets to the Saints game, right, I'm going to find this lady. I'm going to find this moo lady. It's going to be all her fault, and me and her are going to have words. Not a lot of words because she bigger than me, so... But we're going to have a few words, you know what I'm saying? So let's go on to this next
Adam
one.
Adam Hecker in the chat said she tried to kill him with the COVID soda. I was like, hold on. The COVID soda. She threw that like a grenade.
No, she spitted it first. Nasty. You know she did. Oh, my God. This is great. All right. So let's go on to the next one because this is slowly becoming a thing. I need this is probably the only part about the NFL that I am still so much enjoying. It's these riddles. I feel like I have shown you one of these every week. So I'm going to ask you really quickly, you guys in the chat, because my answer was not right. And this is the first one that I haven't gotten right of these NFL riddles. What animal, Chris, I'm going to ask you this first.
Okay.
What animal can jump higher than a house? You guys let me know in the chat. Chris, what do you think?
Do I have to answer it now, or we're not going to watch it? Okay.
Because otherwise, you'll get the answer eventually.
Right.
What
they said in the. Got you.
Can jump higher
than a house. So flying don't count. So if I said a bird, that's cheating.
So that's what I thought originally, because I was like, okay, what can jump and fly? So I said two things. The first thing I said was like a flying squirrel, but then I was like, no, because he's got to be high up.
I don't know if they jump. Right.
And then my second one was a rooster, because when I was in Saipan, I realized that roosters can actually fly.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until I was in Saipan.
Not gracefully, but they fly to keep from falling.
It is not graceful. It's like, oh, they be nervous.
Yeah.
Kevin Pryor says kangaroo.
I feel like that's the easy answer, and I think it's wrong because it's such an easy answer. The bugs don't count.
Tiger.
Bugs don't count. Like insects don't count. Is that not an animal?
They can fly. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and check this one out.
I got no answer.
There's a Viking theme, so let's check it out.
What animal can jump higher than a house?
I said the Broncos answering it too. We gotta get it.
Why you read it like that?
Can we choose insects?
You ever seen those flying squirrels?
Who got that much belch?
Nah, one of them
Bird.
them lemurs. Them lemurs.
Oh, cool. I'm naming animals, bro. Let me see.
Giraffe.
Come on, son.
It's time to go, bro. This is time messing with your head. You said a giraffe.
Wait. Is it an insect? Okay. How big is the house?
There's a few things, like me and a deer.
Neither one can clear a car.
Probably something like has to do with the elevation, like an animal that like in Denver can jump higher than a house in New Orleans, Raccoons do be on the roof. Are we there yet?
What animal can jump higher than a house?
Okay, tell me.
Any animal, because houses can't jump.
What?
Okay
Oh my!
I should punch you in your face.
Yeah, tell him. Yeah. I feel the same way.
Punch you in your face. I think all of us are thinking like higher than, like he can jump. You know what I mean? Like he can clear a house. Bro, I was so mad at that.
This is why I hate riddles. He said I should punch you in your face. My favorite one was the giraffe. He said
God, I've never seen a giraffe even jump. That was
it's either
fantastic.
a deer or whatever, man. They can't even clear a car. Oh man, that was funny. I
love that. That was great because I always try to get the riddles because I be thinking I'm so smart, and I was like, no, I got this. It's got to be a flying squirrel. It's got to be a flying squirrel, but nope. No. So okay, now let's go on to this next one. I knew you would be. That's why I had to get you to answer first, so we can see it. So this one, those memes that says "Tell me blah blah blah." So this one is one of those. Tell me your dad is 100% in your corner without telling me your dad is 100% in your corner. These moments always get me a little weepy because it makes me think about my dad. But this is so beautiful. Tyler Gilbert of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He pitched his first ever no-hitter game, and his dad's reaction just shows how much he loves him and how much he's been in Tyler's corner since day one. And I absolutely love this. Take a look.
How about this? The last man standing for the Padres. Center field. Marte. Yeah! It's a no-hitter.
No.
That's not cool.
There he is. There's the family.
I love that. Where's your dad? I love that. That is so cute. I didn't see that when it happened. Terrell in the chat says that we were late on that one. I didn't see that when I saw the no hitter. The highlights for the no hitter, but I didn't see the dad and the fans. That's just so touching to me. I love that. So. Let me get on to this next one because it's just about that time to get on to this next one. I thought I missed one, but I have a question for you really quickly, Chris. You remember the last fight that Mike Tyson had? And remember, I think you were still on the show when Tyson had that fight. But maybe not, I don't remember. But remember, we all said that he was kind of slow in that fight, and he just didn't look like the same old Mike Tyson. So, given that fight, would you right now fight Mike Tyson for $1 million?
I don't have to win, right?
You don't have to win. You just got to fight him.
My medical bill probably around $50K. I would do it for $1 million. Yeah, my medical.
$1
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to. I just got to survive. He could knock me out, but I get the $1 million. You didn't say I had to win, so yeah, I'll do it. I don't think I can win, but I'll take the $1 million for sure. Yeah, I'll get about 50-70K to get medically repaired. Sure, yeah.
I would not, because I just couldn't. I'm not convinced that the whole left side of my mouth wouldn't be like hanging like down here for the rest of my life. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would lose feeling in the left side of my body forever.
You know how you was talking about flying squirrels just now? That'd be my nickname after that fight. They'd be calling me Chris the Flying Squirrel Clark. I'd be just jumping around trying to avoid everything he throwing at me. I would not. There would be no fight out of me. I'll be like Logan Paul, just trying to survive 7 rounds, bro. I would not even be trying to fight back. I would take the opportunity because it's $1 million. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I would not. And maybe after I saw the last fight, I would. But after this one, I just seeing him practice, I said that he was holding back in that fight. I said that he wasn't going full out. I believe that I'm 100% right after seeing this video with Mike Tyson. Y'all take a look and let me know if you see if you want to revisit this. So let's take a look at this video. 55.
The eyes.
That guy is in full pads and he looks scared to death. He's like, yeah.
When y'all catch my training film and everything like that before my fight with Mike Tyson, it's just gonna be a lot of footage of me running because I'm gonna be working on my stamina. That's all I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be 7 rounds, just be running in a circle because I'm not gonna sit there and be there waiting for the hits. I'm not doing it. But he looks scary as hell.
Yeah, and he's got on full pad, and at the end he was like, okay, I'm done. Full pads. I'm not doing that. I agree. I think I have one tweet about how people responded to this, and I agree 100% with this. Is this man still the best? And if he had good people around him in his corner throughout his career, there is no one on this planet that could have beaten him, not even in his prime. And then this one on the bottom says, no lies detected, raw talent, effed over by too many people. 100%. I don't care. I mean, I would definitely be like the water girl or something. I would hand him some water for like 10K, but there's not $1 million. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to outrun you because eventually the fear is going to overtake me and I'm going to slow down and it's going to be over. And I'm not doing that. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's not going to be a great fight. Don't put it on TV because it's just going to be a lot of running. It's going to be a lot of running. And I'll be doing things that they don't do in boxing. I'll be grabbing his leg. For $1 million, give me about 3-4 rounds. Yeah, I'll try. I'll give it a try. But yeah, he hits me with one of those. Yeah, I'm not going to look like this. I'm going to come out looking like somebody completely different. Yeah. Hell, with $1 million, I'm gonna come back out looking like Trey Songz because I'm gonna make sure I pay for a good looking face because I ain't gonna be like this face. Yeah.
I'm not
crazy. He's scary.
I don't want to come. I would have to come out looking like a whole Kardashian. My whole body would have to be real. And I'm cool on the whole Kardashian look. So that's all I got for the post-up, you guys. Let's get into what we're not gonna do because this one. I mean, like I said, I'm losing my infatuation with the NFL. I don't see that changing anytime soon because the NFL just can't get it right. They can't get it right at all. We talked about this no taunting rule, and we talked about how stupid it is. So in the preseason, we have this moment in time where it's the Colts. I missed it on my notes, but I think it's the Colts and the Panthers are having a game, and if I'm dragging literally the entire defensive line with me and I stand up and I'm hyped about that, I am hyped. I should be allowed to get hyped. I should be allowed to feel that emotion. This is a very, very physical sport, and I shouldn't be penalized for feeling emotion. But that's exactly what happened. I want you guys to watch this entire play and watch him get hyped at the end, and then watch what happens. Take a look.
Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. It's LeMay, and a first down. And LeMay keeps the legs going, still moving the pile. That's a little out of the county tractor pull right there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The late flag is thrown, pick up of 14 yards.
Yeah, Benny has been tough all summer. And like I said, he's a north and south guy. Compact. He can run.
So he picks up 14 yards. I think at least 6 of those were with the whole line on his back. And he gets up and he has that burst of like, hell yeah. And I think that is a warranted reaction to that moment in time. And they throw a flag, which basically negates all of that work he just did. I absolutely positively hate this. And it's going to mess up games. And I saw a sports writer, Andy Nesbitt, said something like that. He's like, this is going to mess up games. You're going to have guys. First of all, this game, like I said, is so physical. And when I overcome all of these giant 300-pound obstacles that are trying to stop me from achieving this goal, I'm supposed to hype myself up. I'm supposed to feel good about that. Not only am I supposed to hype myself up, I'm supposed to hype my teammates up because they're going to feed off of my energy. This is going to mess up games because guys are going to be feeling hyped as they should. And then you're going to take away whatever work they did with a penalty. And those penalties are going to decide games. And I'm telling you, it's going to ruin the game for a lot of us because we're all going to be in this situation where it's like first and goal, and we're going to get that touchdown, and then we're going to get hyped in that end zone, and they're going to take it away from us. And now it's, 1st and 20. It's going to be one of those situations where it messes things up. I 100% blame the participation trophy parents for this. Y'all raising these soft ass kids, and now they can't take it, and now you feel some type of way. And I have proof that it is the participation trophy parents' fault. It's all their fault. Look at this tweet. This tweet infuriated me. It says, I used to call this a weak call. Then I had kids. I never want to see my boys taunt anyone like that ever. It makes them look insecure and like they haven't been there before. Strong call for a weak move. Ian Freeman, you're a terrible parent. I'm so sorry. You are an awful parent. Because you're the reason why we're ruining the game now. Because your kid, it's not because they're insecure. It's your kid is insecure. And your kid's going to come running and crying too. Like, oh my God, Daddy, Bobby, just whatever in my face. And now you feel some type of way. And your kid's got a ton of participation trophies at home, but not one actual trophy. It's guys like Ian Freeman are the reason why the game is getting soft. And I hate it. And it's going to make things horrible for us going forward. And I'm not surprised that the rest of the league is mad at this as well. This guy says, LOL at this being flagged for taunting. Totally soft. My man just took an entire mass of humans, 10 yards, and he's fired up. What a joke. What am I supposed to do when I'm this big and I just took all these grown men with me? I'm supposed to feel myself. I'm supposed to get up and be like, yeah, I just did that. That's what I'm supposed to do. Because it is something, oh my God, this is so infuriating to me. Let's go on to this next one. This one says, just awful. No one wants this. If you can't flex on him after dragging dudes 10 yards, why even play? Seriously, am I supposed to drag you 10 yards and get up and say, oh, jolly good sport, old chap. That was well played. I took you 10 yards, but good job, old chap. What the hell is happening? We are not playing cricket. This is football. This is a physical game. I don't like this. I think I have one more that says, what kind of message does taunting teach the young next generation of football players? That's what Ian Freeman wanted to know. And this guy says it teaches them don't get carried for 8 yards after contact. Man up, figure out a way to wrap him up, do the textbook hit, and bring him down. This is ridiculous. First, this is so infuriating to me. What I'm not going to do is pretend like this ain't going to happen to us, because you know it is. And you know who's going to happen to first? Jameis. Jameis is going to throw for some like crazy yardage. He's going to get hyped. He's going to be flying down the field all excited, and they're going to throw the damn flag. I'm telling you, the first person to happen to on the Saints is going to be Jameis. And I think it's totally wrong. It doesn't make sense to me. How'd you feel watching that play?
Yeah, I'm glad you started with Ian because I thought that was the trajectory that these replies were gonna go down. So I was a little worried. But yeah, I'm glad a lot of people feel like us. Yeah, no, that's weak because you know what's crazy? You know, outside of him taunting, the dudes that got carried, they probably gonna be like, yo, hey, damn, man, you took me all the way down there with you. Like, what the? Like, like playing, like being as an athlete that's played the sport, like, if something like that happened as a defender trying to take him down, I'd give the dude props. He just took 4 of us, big dudes, as a smaller running back, 10 damn yards that you just gave right back because of this stupid call, this stupid taunting call. That to me, that's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, there's no way I can try and co-sign what Ian Freeman said as a father. Like, you know what? You can talk about, like, you know, taunting me. No, in a situation like that, that is a direct and total example of the hard work that this man has put in this sport. That is an example of it right there. So of course you get hyped when you in the gym and you do those kind of things. You working out, you lifting weights. The boys are hyping you up. You get hyped the same way you just took. Like the last tweet said, I love this phrase, like, a mass of humans with you, and you're gonna get hyped. Like, to me, I just feel like that is absolutely insane. It's definitely soft. It's not. I'm reacting to this, but I'm also not surprised because it's just the direction football is going. And to the Jameis comment, you're 100% correct because Jameis is going to. Because look, this kid has not played in two seasons. I know he's played games here and there, but not started a full football game in 2 seasons. He's going to have a good game in the Superdome. Everyone's hyped up. He's going to throw a game-winning touchdown. He's going to be the first one doing the W and all kind of crazy stuff, and refs are going to do some kind of nonsense for it, and it's going to be whack. And then he's got one of many examples in this NFL because the NFL is a very hyped-up league. This is a sport where they hype each other up in practice when there's not even a game playing. That's just what the game's about. So the minute we start seeing these kind of calls, like 2 years from now, the game I know it's already a no fun league, but it's gonna be even worse because these guys are gonna be worried to say a damn thing. I hope somebody busts out the tea and crumpets celebration just for you. They do something crazy, they sip some tea and just move on. Because that's a jolly good sound. That was a good tackle there, sir. Right. I also want to bust that out next game for sure. Yeah.
I just can't, I just don't want it to be a situation. This game is too physical. It takes too much mental and physical ability for you to say, I can't be emotional about that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. And I just don't want these guys to put in all this work of carrying somebody 10 yards, not even somebody, everybody 10 yards. And then that just be like, oh, too bad. You didn't rise up as an altar boy out of that hood. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. I am not here for it. So we'll just have to see. Hopefully, one more question before we go. Do you think they'll change this rule? I mean, they're obviously not going to change it this season.
Yeah, I was going to say they can't. It's it's a good comparison to. It's just the touchdown celebrations. But look how many years it took before that got finally lifted. And even though it's lifted, there's still a little bit of, if you go too far and direct it at somebody, then it's a flag. So if it does get changed, it's not going to be changed right away. Hopefully they can be like an NBA or any other sport where they do it for the season, because I don't think they're going to do it in the midway through the season. Do it for the season, see how much everyone hated it, and then get rid of it. But I have no belief in the NFL doing that.
Yeah, this rule came directly from somebody whose kid is not that good, and they're in a position of power, and they made this rule. That's the only way this rule happens. But that's all I got for what we're not going to do. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining us on this Monday.
We're going to get you a sound effect, Jackie.
Can I get you to come back tomorrow?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun today. I can't wait. I'm going to be back tomorrow for sure.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Again, you can follow Chris everywhere. Can they follow you? CK2K everywhere?
Everywhere. CK2K. Twitter, Instagram, wherever. CK2K. I'm right there.
Yeah. All right. You guys have a safe and wonderful Monday. We will be back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, share this with your friends, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.